All right, hey everyone, welcome to my new channel. I have a few channels out, and I'm going to be talking about different stuff here than on my other channels. My name's Melissa. Let's hang out, let's be friends. So, this is my YouTube channel. I have one called um, Women, Mothering Girls and Women, and that talks a lot about teaching mothers, teaching mothering to girls and women who don't understand mothering. And then I have an exercise channel that I need to get back into. I have some cooking videos, and this is just kind of pulling it all together. And I will be connecting my channels where it's called Melissa's Home. And this is kind of pulling everything in on this channel, pulling everything in to more of just like an intimate kind of channel where we can talk about things that are a little bit more personal. So that's kind of what this channel will be about, talking about marriage, talking about family. So that's something that I will be sharing more personal stuff about what I did with raising my family, being a little bit more real here than maybe outward. On my other channel, I had talked about a lot of pro life stuff. So that's important too to talk about that. So, um, let's start with how should we be treating our husbands. Let's talk about that. So when you're married, there are some things that men need from you, okay? So this is something that is kind of hard to learn unless you have taught yourself some things. And when your marriage goes through a dark time, as mine has, and it's gone through a time of, just you're you're busy, you're trying to work, you have a housing crisis, as I did, you're trying to find housing, you're trying to stay on your feet, um, bless me, with your vehicle's breaking, you're in a whole new state, and you can't give as much attention to your marriage as you used to or you usually do, because you have so much going on. So it seems like since COVID hit, I mean, I had gotten sick, and then there were different jobs, and I used to really put even more effort into working at my marriage. So as I came over to this state, I had a couple classes with post abortive stuff, and that stuff from a forced abortion can affect your marriage too. So I've kind of looked at myself and said, what am I doing? How can I do things differently? And some of the things that men need is they need to feel empowered. Okay, so they don't want a mother, they want to have choice of their own, and they need to be able to have a choice. So as I'm going through different stuff in my marriage right now, and my husband has asked for a divorce, you have to honor that. You have to say, okay, I'm going to do everything I can. I even put into court that I will have, a lawyer, and they will put in an appearance, and we will fight for our marriage. But when someone doesn't want to, you have to honor that choice. And what it does too for a man when you honor his choice is it puts him back into his masculinity. So I will be talking a lot about marriage here. So men need to feel empowered. They need to feel nurtured, loved, and cared for. So when you are loving your husband with your tone of voice and how you text, that's kind of hard to do when you feel like you are being attacked. But what you want to do is get back into your feminine side, and you want to be able to be loving again, right? And you want to be able to be vulnerable. You want to be able to share. There should be a light in you. A lot of men are attracted to when they see a light in a woman, and she's excited, and she's like, oh, guess what I just learned? I just learned this, and I just learned that. And let me tell you about this new recipe I just learned, da 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 da, right? So it's not just like a factual, let me share with you, I learned, A plus B equals C, right? So they need that. They need vulnerability. They need you to share with them emotionally things, to say, I do miss you. I do think about you, and to open up, right? Because that's really hard to do for women when you have felt attacked, or you're disappointed, or for a woman who's been post abortive, where she's going to protect herself even more from some things, because she's going to have the walls up, you have to put the walls down and you have to be real and vulnerable. Men also need to be appreciated for everything that they do give. And like I had one of my guy friends send Wonder Woman glasses to me today, and he said, "Do you like them?" And I said, "I do." So they want to. I actually walked around today with my Wonder Woman glasses. They're like kids' glasses. I will do a video with them. So, so I'm like, I do. So a man wants to be able to add value to your life. He wants to add another dimension that you appreciate things. What else? Just being content. I think that's another big part of marriage. Being content, being at peace, knowing that as a Christian woman, I'm very bold and blunt that I'm a Christian woman. Knowing that you can trust God with whatever's going on around you. God can see things you cannot see. He understands things you cannot understand. He is with the brokenhearted. So when you hear, your husband is going to file for divorce or whatever, you can go to God and you can be like, God, I'm coming to you. I'm bringing this to you. You know what's going on, and you can talk to him. What else does a husband need? My husband always used to say love and obedience, kidding with me. But part of that's true, right? And feed him good food to get to his belly. Um, but they need, a lot of men don't have a place to emotionally let go in life. They're at work, they've got responsibilities, they're full of action, they need some time out with their guy friends. They do need men, whether it's at church or their work or somewhere. They need other men to hang out with. So where they're very action oriented, they don't have time to have an emotional space and can't always communicate that. And you want to be an emotionally safe person.